Hey, Mud Squad, welcome. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. Let's check to make sure the notification went out, the sound is working, and I'll get into what we're doing today. Okay. Alrighty. Notification went out. Trying to get straight here. I was just helping my mom with a few things. Oh. Okay. So, how is everyone today? Sorry, I was MIA Tuesday, and I was MIA for my Sunday live. I have rescheduled that tentatively for the 20 something, I think it is. I'm just there they go, rumbling stuff out back. Okay, so sound's working. Notification went out. I have to get my calendar in a minute, and I can tentatively give you that date. So today I am working on, let's see, oh, this is Allison. Ooh, get back over the camera. There we go. This is Alice in Wonderland from DAC by Dean McAdam. Oh, guys, hold on. I am going to actually have to change my overhead camera because this one wants to keep overheating. Give me one secchione. Don't know why my overhead camera keeps overheating, but that's okay because I actually have my tablet, so it's a Thursday. Technical difficulties. Me. There we go. Why is it Thursdays? I always have technical difficulties. Why? And this was usually it's not this early into the show. Oh my gosh. Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Tech problems are so real today. I just don't understand what. Hey, sissy. Welcome to the day of technological issues. My normal overhead camera wants to overheat, so I have to use my tablet, and that's giving me an issue. There we go. Okay, so I just finished the first little 3x3 section on this. Oh, you talking about Sunday's live, sis? Mom, I'm on live stream. I'm not talking to you. Mom thought I was talking to her. I thought you had X-ray vision. I forgot to cancel that. But I wasn't feeling good that day, so I wound up not going live. Boy, don't laugh at me. Don't make me come smack you. You're lucky I can't get to you, up there to you right now. Let's see. We're going to go down one. This has the perforated paper, so. I'm feeling somewhat better, sis. I mean, I still got some sinus issue, and Mom's had sinus problems going on as well. It's just crazy weather. You're funny. You and David, it's this crazy weather here. 1 minute we're above freezing and we're down below freezing, and we got, they put us, what was it? We're going under a wind watch at this tomorrow. And then we're under, I think tomorrow night into Saturday, we're under a cold weather advisory as well here, extreme cold weather. Yeah, because he's you're like 35-ish minutes from me, David. So he basically gets the same weather I'm getting, so but it's crazy. But anyway, so I took off. Oh my god! Oh, there we go. That's better. That was going to hurt my nerves because it was not sitting level. I went ahead. He actually reminded me that I even had a live set. But I just was not feeling like I probably wouldn't even make 45 minutes of for that live. That before I'd have had to give up. Like I say, I'm feeling better now. I need to quit that camera lens. So, I thought it was less than that. Well, I guess you are. Yeah, you are up past Salisbury, so yeah. That's right. So anyway, getting back to what I'm doing. I am doing. Oh, where's the camera? I am doing Alice in Wonderland by D. McAdams. And right now I'm up here in this wee corner. This is a 7-color canvas. This is 106 centimeters by 70 centimeters. And yes, sis, I've gone Loco Cocoa Puffs with the big canvas this year. Because I'm also still working on a 93 by 70. So, but that late night live, I've actually rescheduled it for the 15th. So, and my little Crashly Froggy here. I think he's so cute. My little Crashly cover minder Froggy. Did you, sis? I know you were saying that it was kind of hectic. Hopefully you can find something that fits you better, sis. Oh, I've got all of my February ones scheduled out, sis. Regular ones. I didn't go live this past Tuesday because I had errands to run. But I've got all my other ones scheduled out for the rest of the month. Hold on, I need to do some rearranging pretty quickly here. Okay, now I think I have it in the shot. That is 2 weeks behind. Wow, here I think it's like, well, here in Maryland, I know if the temperatures are below a certain temp for so long and above high temps above a certain for so long, they can't shut you off. But you have to be more than 2 weeks behind here before they shut you off. Wow, that's messed up. And let me guess, your electric company out there, I know what you meant, sis. I know it's autocorrect. So your electric companies out there don't let y'all do like payment plans? I know here in the state of Maryland, you can get on, if you're having issues with your electric, you can get on a budget plan. Wow, that's messed up. The only thing I hate, oh, I know, sis, but still. Yeah, I know you had, sis. You've been asking for your schedule to be changed for a while. Yeah, yeah. But the only thing I hate about this perforated cover sheet is the fact this that doesn't have the line, the colored lines, but also that, so it's hard to, unless you've already gotten a section done and you can figure out where your drills go. I'll be doing this, and then all of a sudden I'm over here, and I'm wondering why the drills don't stick, and then I'm like, oh shoot, I'm over too far. Yeah, so yeah, I've been in that same situation before, sis. Believe me. Um, but in our case, there was an abandoned house in front of us that still had electric running to it, so we were actually um, using the electric from that for a while, and then when that electric got shut off, we actually were the upstairs apartment. We were running a cord from that, so. Oh, I know. Yeah, that was the other thing. You didn't have time, you know, to spend with the girls, and let alone your own personal, personal time for yourself. So let's see, what have I got coming up? I'll probably now that, and I don't know why I didn't think about this sooner, but I actually fixed mom a way to have TV. I forgot I had a projector, like a, you can hook to your computers or your whatever, and HDMI or whatever, and project it on the wall. Um, well, I didn't forgot about that, and till I was under my desk last night looking for something. So I just was curious. Okay, it has HDMI. Our our boxes for our TV to hook up HDMI. So I hooked it up, tested it out. Mom's got TV again. So um I'll probably sit down and film out some content videos today after I get all off the live. Um and then I do need to work on some time lapse videos this week. I'll be able to do that. Um Trying to figure out. Oh, hold on a minute, guys. Be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Just had to ask mom something really quick. let's see. But yeah, so I got some time lapses I need to work on. Um, so I'll be alternating between this one and uh, the Golden Valley. I'm doing this one actually right now for Love is in the Air. Um, but I'll also be working on this one come next month for, is it, no, yeah, next month for Adam's yeah, true, sissy, true. Yeah, but you weren't it, how do I say this? Even though you were doing, your top position there and all, it just wasn't what you wanted. And I thought if they were supposed to, accommodate you people, if you want, wow. Basically, they were just looking at you as a moneymaker for the business. So yeah, so this I'll be doing for a couple different events because I think by the time March gets around here, I'll still have a 40 by 40 section on this that I'll be able to do for um um Mermaids and Magic. Uh, I know I'll probably use this one also for Phoenix Fantasy. And I wonder, I think I could still use this one for um Adam's other event. I don't know. No, I may have to pull out Fiona for that one. I know I need to pull out Sir Guinea Pig for an event as well. That'd be for Diamonds in the Rough, but I still got time on that. I'm actually hoping to have Woodsy Witch done before then. I kind of put her on the back burner for a little bit so I can get some done on these. No wonder that weren't going in there right. Yeah, but even though you're highly skilled, sis, and you wanted to change, because yeah, if you put into change positions, I mean, they should have realized that it was for your sanity. You're not just going to change a position because you don't, you don't want to be in a higher position, but there's always a reason behind why you want to do what you want to do. That's just wrong. But, yeah. At least you're able to um take time and get yourself back and where you want to be. So so I finally got a list up of the events I'm doing for February. Oh, I'm also doing this for Retro Cult Classic as well. That's right. I knew there was another event I had tied to this canvas. Because what is more classic than Alice in Wonderland? You know, I don't know if it could be considered. I don't think it's considered retro or cult, but Alice in Wonderland was a classic. And I always loved Alice in Wonderland. My favorite character is the Cheshire Cat. I love Tweedledee and Tweedledum and, the caterpillar and the white rabbit. And of course, all the characters. But my all-time favorite is the Cheshire Cat. As a kid, I got so fascinated when he would disappear and all you seen was his eyes and his whiskers and his teeth, you know. And so when I go to do his whiskers and his teeth, I'm using glow in the dark. So when the lights are off, you can see that. I don't. Well, I can't put a. I think I can put some glow in the dark in his eyes. Let's see. But I'm thinking about more or less. I'm doing sparklers in his eyes. So. Wow. And they couldn't accommodate you want to change your schedule? I mean, changing your schedule wasn't going to change your skills or your you know you're taking your calls and your call and all that. It was just changing it so it was better suited for your mental health and physical health as well, because I know that had to take a toll on your body as well, sis. Working those hours. But it's crazy how some jobs treat their employees though. They're all sweet and nice to you until you want to change your scheduling. And see, that's not good right there, sis, to be drinking. I mean, it's okay to drink energy drinks. I'm not saying that, but the amount that you probably would have had to be drinking, that's not healthy. I need to figure out what I did with some. Where have I put some? I have actually done lost some paperwork I need. I'll find it. I'll either find it later or reprint it out. Oh, you're okay, sis. That's fine. I go off on little rants every now and then myself. So. Anywho's. Oh, I bet it did, sis. I bet. I'm pretty sure, that would have stressed me out. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do two perforated sections in a row, and then go across, and then before I move down any. Oh, I've done one Hannah Lynn. I did Mother Earth. Can't remember who Luna is by, though. Who is Luna by? Let me look that up. Oh, I can't. I'm on the device. Let me see if I can get this device to power up. I don't know why this one wants to overheat. So for some reason, this one I was trying to use this. This is what I use for my overhead most of the time. It's this camera here, but it wants to overheat. Sis, you can post anything on my page, on my group page. You're an admin over there anyway, sis. Yeah, post whatever pictures you want over there. Oh, I know. Yeah. When you get busy, yeah, it's easy to forget things like that. Yeah. Get out of here, wood bug. Oh no. Lumina that I did. Lumina. That was Micah Jelena. This is the Hannah Lynn I did. I did Mother Earth. Don't go there, sis, because I'm old too. Who is a King's Pass by? Don't think I have. No, I don't. I don't have the full picture of the King's Pass. Give me 1 second, sis. I am actually going to switch back to the other device, and I will be right back. I'm still here, but I mean, I'll be right back with the other device. Because I don't like the picture on this tablet. It's not the best quality. I'm used to my crispy picture, my more crisp looking picture. Hey, Tannis, how are you? Now, let's just see. There we go. See, that's a better image. I mean, this background is a little dark right here, but there are some flowers in that. But yeah. So what you working on, Tannis, and what are you working on, Sissy Boo? Oh, which? Okay, cool. Yeah, like I said, I'm working on Alice in Wonderland right now. I finished the whole top 2 rows of the Golden Valley last night. So I got two sections done, rows worth of sections done on that. I'm still working on Woodsy Witch. I just haven't worked on her in the past couple of days. I need to get some more done on her. Oh, cool. So I need to, and the thing is, I'm doing the I'm doing the whip detox too, right? But yet I keep adding whips. But I've also come to the conclusion that and I'm okay with this. I won't be going into 2027 with no whips this year. I already see that, and I'm already okay with that, you know. And the reason I am okay with it, I mean, I had some setbacks in January. I did, health, with not feeling good, and you know, so I think if I hadn't had that and I didn't diamond, there was a couple times I didn't diamond paint that much in January. So yeah, yeah, I know, right? My plan is though to get Woodsy Witch done. I have all plans of getting her done. She's only at 40 by 50, and um yeah, here she is. I mean, she's only at 40 by 50, and I've gotten that much done. You can see what I got left. So um I just got to sit down, and I got to pick a day. I'm going to pick one of my whip days. That's the sole canvas I work on that day. Um, but I need to buckle down and get myself back on track. And it's so easy this time of year to get off track because a lot of people, and I'm one of them, we suffer from SAD, seasonal affect disorder, and it just causes us not to want to, like, we don't want to do things. We feel like we don't have the energy. Um, you know, it is a real thing. So, and it usually hits me either right before or right after my birthday. It really hits me. Thank you, Sissy. Um, so there's like that time frame around or before or after my birthday that I just don't want to do nothing. You know, my body's like, nope, you're not doing nothing today. You're not doing nothing today. And it drives me insane, but there's nothing I can do about it. I just have to let it take its course and go with the flow. But by February, I get back in the groove, and I start working my butt off again, to get myself caught up on things. And see, when I get behind on work that I want to get done for the channel, and you know projects I'm working on and things like that, I get mad at myself. And I'm like, have to remember that, okay, you can always reset a goal. You can always catch up. But I really get mad at myself if I don't get it done when I said I wanted to have it done by. But that is a me thing. Um, it's part of my ADD, ADHD, OCD brain life that I have going on in my squirrel packed brain. You know, I'm starting to think my squirrels are ducks, and one of them might even be a pigeon. working on that one for how long now, Sissy? Yeah, I know. I remember the one you're talking about. So I got this one last month. It was gifted to me. The person who gifted it wanted to remain anonymous, and I'm going to honor that one. Uh, oh yeah, that's right. It has been 3 years, hasn't it? Um, I had all intentions of starting this back in January. Yeah, no. I had all intentions in January of getting Woodsy Witch done. Yeah, no. Um, I just got derailed for a little bit, and like I say, I usually diamond paint or do something diamond painting related every day, but there was like 2 weeks in January I barely did anything. I did the bare minimum basically. I don't have a lot of squares, Sissy. So I'd have to, yeah. I barely, let's see, this is only my, uh, fourth or fifth square I've done. So yeah, I might not, hopefully I would have them, but yeah, I can't tell you if I have enough. You could go on Amazon though, sis, and Art Dot sells all 400 whatever colors in both round and square. Spare drills. They sell them in both round and square on there. And I think there are companies on there too that also sell drills where you can buy just a bag of whatever color you need too. And I know they do on Etsy. Etsy has a lot of sellers that sell drills just by the color. Because that's what I had to do with something I was working on. I actually needed to order it was a bag of a red color. And I had to go on Etsy and order them because it's the only color I needed. I just needed that one. But yeah, you'd have to let me know, sis, and then I'd have to look through and see what I got. Um, but I know I don't have a lot of squares, but I'd have to check. Let's do those three little dotty dots. Okay. Because if I do have it, Sissy, I'd send it to you in a heartbeat. Yeah, I did. I had a lot. I think I had a lot more rounds because I did a lot more Amazon canvases when I first started out. And pretty much 9 times out of 10, there is a percentage you can find squares on Amazon, but Most of the time they were always round, and so I have a collection of round spare drills. Which actually, matter of fact, I really need to update my spare drill storage anyway. Right now they're all just shoved into a case I have, and I mean, there's somewhat in order, but I have a box up here that's full of spare drills as well that I need to catalog and put in my inventory. So then I got some crystals and all that I need to. Okay, I just popped the drill. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. Oh gosh. So yeah. It's funny how you look back at where you started and where you are now. You know, it's so. I look back at that and I'm like, okay, I started out here, but now I'm here. And I still. Oh wow, I know. I don't can't say how many off-canvas projects I still have. I don't have many. But canvases, I'm probably close to about 190 that I don't have done. And I think close to what I have done is about close to 200 canvas. And that's in 5 years. So, the what I've gotten done. But my canvas collection is probably sitting around, I don't know, because I don't log all of them in GemsFlow anymore. I really don't log in GemsFlow anymore. I have I do paper logs now, so I'd have to go and count them. To be able to get an accurate number on that. So let's see. Now I'm curious. I got the book right here, so now I'm actually curious. So we'll start with logbook number 1. Oh no, we'll actually start with logbook number 2. And let's see. I have 3 whips. So okay, I have to count them too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 52. I know my overhead camera froze again. I'll fix that in a minute. 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 147, not started, but counting my whips, it's 4, 48, I got 150 canvases. So, yeah, that's a lot. Okay. Like I said, that just will not work today. So, back to the tablet. Oh, yeah. Uh, I, every now and then, when I had it, I would pick something up from Amazon, um, using discounts and stuff like that. But mostly all but for one or two, maybe three of my licensed canvases, um, have all been gifted. So, most of mine are probably Amazon, actually. Yeah. And these tech problems are getting on my nerves today. Oh my God. There we go. And now my desktop. Yeah, you can see where Zoe got me the other night. She scratched me good. I can see that now. Dang, that looks bad in the camera. Trying to get my chat to load on my desktop so I can see chat better. It'll load eventually. But yeah, so yeah, so I got plenty of canvases to work on. It's just, am I ever going to get them all done? Because it's like, you see, you see this, you got tons of canvases, but you see this one and it talks to you, and it's like you gotta have it, and you know, then you like added another one, you know. Oh yeah, yeah. When you catch a sale, yeah. Yeah, and sales that get you every time. That's like how everybody doesn't understand how I can put myself on a no buy and stick to a no buy. But I've learned, you know, when you don't have the money, yeah, and majority of the time, I don't have the money. So it's easy to go on a no buy. I still don't know why my chat's not loading over there, but anyway. But yeah, so it's easy to go on a no buy when you're, you live on a budget, Like this month was very tight, money wise because of bills. But we make it through. This one is working up pretty. This section right now is working up pretty quickly. It's like a lot of color blocking. There we go. The chat came back. So yeah. But let's see. So not me. Let me see. I just come from the bathroom. That stupid number again. That stupid telemarketer number again. Here you go. Yeah, because I was gonna say if it was Tammy, she'd have done called through to mine. I could have used this cover minder today, but I didn't do it. my little peacock. I think I got this from Carissa's Craft Corner, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Carissa's Craft Corner. So he just sits on my with my skull over here on my trinket tray I got from the Asian year-long event that I had won. So he sits on there with the skull, and then I have this one came from Sparkling Nana. I won this one from Cozy the Cozy event. She did. And I got to pick the design I wanted, and I could have picked the colors, but I let her pick the colors of the tray, and I think she did a really, really good job picking that pink with the white and the clear there, and to match the skull girl. Yeah, I know, aren't they, sissy? So I got them. They sit over here on my desk for things. Yeah, I thought it was really, the colors that she picked were really, really pretty to go with the skull fairy. And I think the One from the Asian year-long event that I got. I believe that was poured by Punky Pie Pours when Kathy could still pour. She developed an allergy to the resin, and she had to stop pouring resin. But yeah, so they sit on my desk, and I use them from time to time. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Get out of here, woodbug. Thank you. Um, a lot of people will use them to keep their pin on and all that stuff when they're diamond painting. And I know there are people out there that have tons and tons of that stuff, the trick-or-trays and all that, because they matchy with their canvas. They have, their pin, their trinket-tray, all that has to, they have to match it. I am not the matchy girl. I never was a matchy. Um, actually, like, anywho, let's see. So, okay, I'm going to try to push it to the 2-hour mark today. It's usually where I try to keep my weekly lives around is the 2-hour mark. Unless I'm feeling up to it, then I'll go longer. But we'll see. What are you doing, Zozo? Yeah, I have those two trinket trays. And then I have this. This one I won from Let Your Witch Goddess Free. Then I got this one as well. This one I keep my binder clips that I use when I use them on for my canvas when I've got it on my easel. Which actually, matter of fact, eventually I probably will work on the easel with this at some points. But for right now, it's easy working flat on the table. I mean, sometimes you have to get creative with ways that you work with your canvases and the space that you have. So I want to finish this section out today. And then I need to get a progress pic of this. I thought this section was going to be confetti heavy, but it's really not, actually. So even amount of confetti and color blocking. And also line blocking too, so there is some line blocking. Oh, cool. Yeah, I have the one that was the Asian colors, the gold and the red for the year of the snake. And then I have the one I showed you with the blue one and then the pink and white one. And then I actually have this is a coaster one that I actually made myself when I used to do resin. Um, and I made like it's supposed to be like an ocean scene. So the little fish are and our stars are all polymer clay, what we call milleflori slices. And then there's some dried flowers in there to act like the coral, and some sea glass, and some little stones. Um, and this top rim is supposed to glow in the dark. So but that's one of the coasters I made myself when I used to do resin. Yeah, that sucker took a while because I used tweezers and placed each one of these little fish and um the stars, and then I had to wait for um that layer just kind of clear a little to set a little bit, and then I went in and I did the um, dried flowers um, and the rocks, um, and let them set, and then I poured the put the sea glass, poured a little bit, put the sea glass in, poured a little bit more over it, and that's what I wound up getting. You see how thick it is? It's really thick. So um, that took, I believe it was ever bit, just the pouring and all that. Um, that took me at least 8 hours to do that and get all that done. And then it took another couple days for it to cure up and everything. So yeah, so that was some intensive labor. Making these trinket trays, they went, the people that make the trinket trays and um, things like that with the resin trays and all. I know what they go through with that. I mean, it is a process. Just doing that them coasters when I did the coasters. Um, it's just it's a process, and especially if you're trying to get a design in it, or you want the resin to do a certain thing, yeah, you know, even the ones that are pin turners that pour their own blanks, or the people who pour the blanks for our pins, that even takes that's a process, because especially if they want to get these colors, like this one has the pretty colors, and I love how they put that around there after they turned it, but um you know you got to pour that a certain way, so the colors don't muddy each other and mix together, so um just like people who pour soap, who do soap, that it's the same way with them, or the people who do the paint pour pictures, you know it's got to be poured a certain way or it all just blends together, you know and even with the people who do 3D printing, they have to go into the software and design the what they want, and tell that program, okay, this is what I want done, so it's not easy for these companies that produce our diamond painting accessories. They have to tell a computer what they want it to do, or they have to pour, when pouring resin, you got to, the temperatures are got to be right for you. You don't want it too hot, too cold, you know, um, and stuff like that. Same thing with the putty makers and the wax makers, and you know. Oh, yeah, my back is starting to tell me it's time to give up, but I don't want to give up. It's that just one more color, just one more color. We all do that. We're only going to do one more color, And about an hour later, you're still sitting there, saying, oh, just one more color, just one more color, one more row, one more section, only one more release paper size section. Oh. I tell myself that all the time, so. But yes. Um, and I'll probably do that to myself with this canvas later. I'll probably say, oh, I'm done for the night. And I'll sit here and it'd be 8, 9, 10 o'clock. And I'm like, okay, I thought I told myself I was done with, the last section. And next thing I know, I'm 3 more sections in. Um, oh, but oh, it's funny though. And especially if you're enjoying yourself, you get so lost and zone out, you know, um, and you're just working, 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 so probably work on this section a little bit longer. Um, and then when I jump off of here in a little bit, I'll probably take a nap, and I'll probably get back up and diamond paint some more on this. So next time I'm working on this on camera, I can't tell you where I'll be working at. So I need to this week. I need to make me a list of what I need to do this week, or this over the weekend. I know I need to do another. I want to do another section on the Golden Valley. Because for I know we'll be being able to post for February. In the Year of the Horse. I've already posted, other events I needed to post. Well, I got to post one in Small but Mighty. And I got to work on another canvas. Oh no, I already got 2 canvases done. I posted one of them. I'll post one for next week's work. Actually, I might post that for tomorrow's. I got 2 of those done. But like I say, these sections I'm working right now on this one are working up pretty quick because it's an even amount of color blocking and line blocking and confetti. So okay. I have problems with my lower back, and I hate when I get a twingy pain in it, and you like accidentally jerk the wrong way or move the wrong way, and it like tightens up and just sheer pain goes up your spine. Oh, I hate that. Well, there's nothing I can do about it. It's an injury from when I was a child, so. Yeah, it hurts. It only happens when I sit for long periods of time, and I've actually been sitting here since like 11:30 working. So I had done some other stuff on the computer before I started diamond painting. So I haven't actually I've only been diamond painting since like 12 o'clock this afternoon. But I've been sitting here since 11:30. Getting work done that I need to get done. So I mean, I have a heating pad on it, so that helps a little. And also adjusting the way I sit sometimes helps too. So, but it's something I've learned to live with all my life. So, but when it gets really bad, all I need to really do is just lay down and stretch straight out, and it usually fixes itself. Oh, duh! You got your dishes done. uh, We say one thing you can check off the list today, sis. Yeah, I do that. If I have to keep a list of stuff though that I need to get done, you know, outside of normal everyday stuff that you need to get done. But if I don't make a list of when, okay, I need to do this when it pops in my head, I totally forget about it. And then, I'm like, oh, I wanted to do something and can't remember what it is, you know. So, like if I get an idea for a video pop in my head, I don't care if it wakes me up in the middle of the night. Um, I actually have to stop whatever I'm doing, or get up when it wakes me up and write it down so I don't forget it, you know. And of course, I would have technical issues today. I am just trying to make it to the 2 hour mark. Oh my gosh. Or at least finish this section and see how far that takes me. You know, that may actually take me farther than 2 hours. I don't know. Um, so we shall see. We shall see. And see, I don't understand. It's always a Thursday. It is always a Thursday. That I have technical issues. Number three, yes, that's right. Um, uh, I can feel I need a nap. That, oh gosh, because that's the other thing is when you're diamond painting and you feel yourself starting to get sleepy. I quit. I don't care if I'm not finished that color on or not. I quit right then and there for the night or for just for a little while and go lay down. Um, because that's when I make my worst mistakes. Um, so I mean, sometimes you can make mistakes on a canvas and it works, but when I get sleepy, that's when I make mistakes that you're just like, wait a minute, that is not right. That should not look like that. Um, so that's what happened with the whole Santa getting yellow put in his suit debacle. um, or John Wayne, putting the wrong color in his face. So I learned from those mistakes. And I'm pretty sure I'll make mistakes again. It's inevitable. We're humans, we make mistakes. But if I could try not to make them, I try. Oh. anyway, funny kitty. Don't need all of them, so just pull a few out. Yeah, I know, right? I'll never forget that with Santa. I was just having fun working on him. And then I'm looking down and I'm like, wait a minute, why is why'd they chart yellow in his fur of his coat? No, they didn't chart yellow in the fur of his coat. I had the wrong drills. So luckily I hadn't gotten a lot done, and I was just working the fur of him at that point. So I was able to pluck them off and get the right drills. How I mixed up my Starry Night drills with Santa Claus, I do not know. That was funny. Shut up, butthead. What's up? How are you? I'm shocked that I didn't get a message back from the message I sent you wanting to kick my ass for that message. I'm like, he either did not read my message or hadn't seen my message yet, or yeah, I'll get it when I least expect it. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. I'm sitting here, my back's hurting me right now. But I have problems with that lower back anyway, so. Yeah. Well, when you see the last message I sent you, yeah, it's a little bit better now than when I sent you that message, so. Since with his back, he's always going to have problems for the rest of his life with that. So, yeah. Jesus. Are you okay? I mean, other than the pain, are you okay? Yeah, because I know when I don't see you around and you're not here to bug me, um, something's wrong. Or you're in stealth mode, but one of the two. Because it's not like you not to bug me. So, what are you doing, babe? Oh, you're climbing my boxes over there. Okay. She was climbing her mountain. Oh yeah, by the way, butthead, I'm mad at your little buddy. What she did to me. Yeah, she attacked me for where's the camera? She attacked me for no reason. Yeah, he's a mess. Uh, Me and him have been friends for God, a long time, sis. Um, let's just say he has seen me at rock bottom many times. I need the letter T. Where is the T, people? Oh God, that scared me. Ambo going by and he set the horn, the siren off right before they got to the house. Jesus! Oh, I don't know, but jeez, I just jumped out of my skin. Normally, they've already said it once or twice before they get to the house, and I know it's coming. So, but yeah. So, but it's good when you have a friend like that, though, sis. Especially between me and him, he can finish my sentences before I say them. He knows what I'm thinking before I say it. That's only because we have the same mindset, but Oh. And he's who I learned how to deal with trolls. He taught me how to deal with trolls and people like that. So that's why trolls don't bother me. I just gonna pour them in the lid because I don't need a whole lot. So yeah, that's another thing. If you don't need a whole lot of drills, do you pour them out, dip in the container, or do you just pour them in the lid and put them down from there? I know I seen somebody, and I can't remember who it was, and do it, but I also seen Lizette Crafts and Tells, one of her last guests she had talked about it. They take the green boats that we get with um you know these green boats, and they cut a piece out of it to fit in the bottom of the lid of one of these one of these type of lids, so they could pour just a few drills in there, when they don't need a whole lot, and shake the lid. um Now I don't know how you could do that and put it back on the bottle, but um yeah, I'll dip in. What did principal painters called it, going fishing, I think. um I didn't feel like pouring them in the lid, but it'd be all right because I can multi-place these. um and then she would just dip in the bottle. But it all depends. Sometimes I dip in the bottle, sometimes I pour them in the tray, just a few in the tray, or I'll just pour them in the lid. Sometimes it depends on my mood. when I'm diamond painting of how I do that. I don't know what she's doing, Mama. I think she was. I heard her when she was playing with her hay thing a little while ago. I guess she was. Oh, she's taking her nappy nap. Yeah, she probably take. She was taking a nappy nap. She's my little baby doll. Miss her sister fierce, but still got my baby girl, other baby girl. And then I got my pain in the butt Zoe. But I wouldn't trade that cat for nobody in the world. Um, she's a spoiled butt. Yeah, I don't know why she smacked me like that though last night. She just smacked me for no reason, and her claw caught my arm. Like she was very moody last night. So I don't know if it was the weather or what, but Zoe was on a warpath last night. But let's see. Coming up on 2 hours. Yeah, right, sis. Yeah. And like I said, for me, it just all depends on. Sometimes I guess it's muscle memory, and I just pour them in the tray, like normal. And see, like I said, I hate that when you're trying. That's the only part I hate about the clear release papers on top of these kits is when you're placing drills, and you're trying to figure out where that edge of that plastic is. Um, Yeah, that's the only downfall I see to the perforated plastic on the DAC canvases. You know, um, I mean, yeah, sure, I could pull so many of them off and put release paper down and then work that way. But I'm like, you know, when you already got built-in release paper because of the perforations, go with it. You know, why make more work for yourself than you have to? Yeah, I do too. So, and I like the thickness of this too. It's not too thin, but it's not too thick either. Um, you know, I hate those ones that do that really thin um cover sheet or the ones that do that really thick cover sheet. I'm like, there's that you just want that happy medium in the middle. You know, but I'm okay with the ones that come with the where you can't, the opaque cover or the double-sided tape covers. I'm okay with doing a double-sided tape. So I know a lot of people don't like it. But for me, I don't have a problem with it. So let's go ahead and do that arm. Do, 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 yeah. This is I forgot this one has two fairy dust and three ABs in it. And this is one of the fairy dust. This is 155. It's pretty purple, which um, I don't know. I don't think that Diamond Art Club there is a conversion chart for the. I know there's a conversion chart for the ABs, but I don't think there's one for the fairy dust. Which these fairy dust are right now that I'm putting down. They're in the flowers that are up here in this corner. So It's so hard to believe it's almost 4 o'clock here. Let's see, if I'm going to work on this on my easel, I'm going to have to reconfigure how I put my drills out, because I had to kit this up in three of my 30 bottle storage containers. So it's in three, like I say, it's in 3 of these. So it's figured out how to put that on the desk and have my easel on the desk with this on the easel. I haven't figured that one out yet, but I will eventually figure that out. Because there are going to be times where I have to work up on the easel. Only because, you know, the way I'm sitting is hurting my back. And then there's times I'll be able to work flat on the desk and be fine. So just never know. Well, the way my bed is, it won't work. I can't get to my desk. I have to sit at the desk and work. I've tried diamond painting in my bed before, and it just, yeah, it's not pretty. Let's just say, there was a colorful rainbow in my bed. Oh yeah, I may be able to do that. So yeah, it's just when I go to sit the easel up, I probably will have room. It's just depending on how far the canvas sticks over the sides of the easel, because this is 106 by 70. So the 100, it's the 106 this way. So I just gotta, it's just playing adjusting things to where I need them. All right, so we're just a little over 2 hours. So I'm probably going to finish this color, and then I may actually jump out and go lay down for a little while. I will be live Tuesday next week and Thursday next week. So regular live stream schedule will be back, but Tuesday and Thursday. I just, like I said, I had errands to run on Tuesday, so that's why I wasn't live Tuesday this week. And like I said, I'm feeling somewhat better. I mean, I'm still not 100%, but I'm feeling somewhat better. So I'm able to do lives. And as of right, I haven't posted it yet, but tentatively right now, I'm thinking the February late night live will be the 15th. Um, and I'm not going to set it as like an 8 hour or anything. I'm just going to go however long I can go. You know, it'll still start at the same time as, all the other ones I did. So it'll start at 10 p.m. EST, and it'll go until I can't go no more. So, but I think once a month, a late night live is going to help the channel in the long run as well, because there are people that can't, you know, can't make the weekday lives. So I was figuring, I figured do a late night live once or twice a month, and that gives people opportunity that might be up, and just want some chit chat and diamond painting fun, with people, because there are a bunch of us. We are night owls, and that's why I called it Night Owls Unite. Is because there's a lot of us that are night owls, and we are up late nights diamond painting and things like that. So. So I figured, I would create a once a month hangout spot for that. So I have a bag over here too. So this bag right here, this is all the ones that I couldn't fit them in all in, and where I didn't have a lot of storage. So this is my extra drills for the canvas. So when I empty a bottle, I can go through here, and if there is more of that color, I can put it in the container, refill the container. So, or when the container's getting low, I can top it off. But this is my little Hello Kitty bag I got from the Asian year-long event when I got the tray. Ain't she cute? So this is my project bag. So, um, and then I have a bag. This is all the ones that were able to fit in the bottles. But I got these bags, so when I kit down, I can just kit down into the proper bag, so I have all my leftovers. So, So I really planned this kit out. The only thing I haven't done is pulled out my glow in the dark specials and my sparklers for the Cheshire Cat, but I am nowhere near the Cheshire Cat right now. He's over here in the tree. But when I get to him, I'm putting sparklers in his eyes because he's got pretty green eyes. So I think I have two different sparklers that I can put in his eyes. And then I may actually do some sparklers in his nose too, because he's got some 3 ABs in his little nose. I may do some sparklers in his nose as well. And then I'm doing glow in the dark for his mouth and his teeth and his whiskers. So It is. I whiskers. So yeah. So that's my plans for that. I have to put some. When I was gifted this canvas, I'm like, I have to put some glow in the dark in the Cheshire Cats. Um, you know, he wouldn't be him if he didn't have his glow in the dark. So, let's see there. But yeah, so that's my plans. Um, I mean, I may see other things I want to add bling to as I go along. But I knew when I seen this canvas that yeah, the Cheshire Cat was getting glow in the dark in him. So actually, I don't have that many more colors to do in this section, so I may actually push through and go ahead and finish this section off on the camera. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Um, the only color, the only purple they did not put in this canvas that would have been pretty was 550. Hmm. I mean, they got some pretty purple in here, but I think 550 would have been really pretty. Um, I love 550. That is, like I say, that's my favorite DNC color. Um, I just, I don't it's a pretty deep, it's like not really a dark purple, but it's a pretty deep purple, you know. Um, but yeah, now I actually want to go watch Alice in Wonderland. I like the remakes, the with the live people that they made, but the original will always, the cartoon version will always be my favorite. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late for a very important date. I love the way when the right rabbits saying that. Um, or when they use the flamingos as croquet mallets. Or the caterpillar when he goes, "Who are you?" And of course, you got Tweedledee, Tweedledum, Humpty Dumpty, the Mad Hatter, the Queen of Hearts, off with their heads. And the whole time, Alice was asleep against the tree. So the whole movie was actually a dream. So So I just love the movie. But I always have loved the Cheshire Cat from a young child up. I always loved the Cheshire Cat, especially when he would disappear and all you seen was his eyes, his whiskers, and his mouth. You know, you didn't see no other part of his body, or he would start disappearing from his tail, you know, to his head. Um, you know, but it's fun to look back on childhood memories of movies, though. You know, especially like these type Alice in Wonderland and the Grimm's brothers fairy tales and things like that. And remember what drew you to that movie. Why did you fall in love? With what character? You know. Next door neighbor must have had therapy today. Yeah. Mm, there we go. So you can see uh, I got that section done before I got on live today, and this is what we've gotten done so far. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and push through and finish this section out. Um, but yeah, it's coming. It's coming along. Um, excuse me. Oh, I knew I probably missed a few of the arrows. Of course. Yeah. So see, I have to if I see something I've already been working on and thought I finished, I have to stop and fix that. Because if I don't, it will drive me insane knowing there is a symbol on this canvas that I was working on and did not finish. Um, so yeah. Okay. There we go. Yeah. It's coming along. It's gonna take a while. This one is um yeah, this one I'm gonna just have to work in the block, the blocks like I'm doing like do two at a time. Because the top one is really small. Where's that page? Okay, I can't find it right now. So the top one is probably a little bit bigger than um I'd say the top one is a little bit bigger than a Crash Freeze 3x3. Um, the top little section there. And then this section, and see, a lot of us do this. We measure in Crashly's release papers. So, um, like, here's my 3x3. So, yeah, so it's a little bit. it would be a 3x3 if you add this little section here in. So yeah, my little Gothic release papers. I love these. And then the section I'm working now, this half sheet, quarter sheet. No, this is a quarter sheet. Yeah, so the section I'm working right now is probably about a quarter sheet. So, because I got these in 3x3, 8. I think these are 8s. So okay, they're 3x3. Where's my ruler? So I got a 3x3. 4x3. The 4x4, and about 5.5 by 4. So I got some good size release papers for it as well. So if I wanted to use release paper, I could. But so let's see. Let me measure this section. So the section that I finished before I got on camera was 2. 2 by almost 4. And I'm working on a almost 4 by almost 4x4 section now. So yeah. So next week, I'll probably do a section on the section I need to get done on for my progress on for Year of the Horse, because we need to do a 20 by at least a 20 by 20 section. I may have already done that, but I'm still going to do another section. So on Golden Valley, so I might not work on Golden Valley next week on the lives. I may work on either the Alice in Wonderland, or I may work on Woodsy Witch. Just all depends on my mood. But yeah, so that's my plans for next week. So, but over the weekend, I'm going to work some more on these. So, I'm just at a point now where I'm okay with having whips. I don't know why. I guess it was just an idea that had popped in my mind about, making a goal to not have any whips, when you go into the new year. But it kind of, the first year it happened, it was just, okay. I can't believe I got all my canvases I was working on done. And then I'm like, okay, well, let's try this again. But I'm not gonna lie, it got a little stressful come December when I was pushing myself to get them done. Um, there were quite a few. Get out of here, bug. There were quite a few long sleepless nights. Because I kept telling myself, I need to get this done. I need to get this done. I need to get this done. So I was like, pushing, and then I'd sleep almost all day and back up working again. There was a couple times, I was only running on maybe 3 hours sleep, and I'm like, what happened to the days when I used to be able to do this? I used to be able to pull 48, or more hours, no sleep, and Ron can tell you that one. Ron can tell you that there were times where I was like the Energizer Bunny. I would just go, 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 go. But I can't do that no more. And it's kind of disheartening to me in a way, because I used to love to be able to do that. I used to love those long nights. Especially because those long nights I got to spend with some of my favorite people in the world. A couple of those people are now passed on, but I still got to spend time with them. I got to spend time with my butthead too. So me and him used to have a ton of fun. But like I say, those days are no longer. Okay, I put that in the wrong spot. That's why I couldn't find it. But yeah, those days were fun. Yeah, I'd crash days later, but they were so fun. I guess, getting older, it don't help none. When you want, you realize you can't push yourself like you used to. Yeah. What do they say? You live and learn. Hey, Joanna, how are you? How's the weather up your way? I know we're supposed to possibly get something again this weekend. I know we're supposed to get the cold winds again. I know we're being, I think that starts tomorrow, the wind advisory for us, and they're also put my town under a cold weather advisory. Yeah, we're good here. I mean, other than one of our TVs going up, but we're good here. But I kind of fixed that for Mom, so I had a movie projector that I could hook the cable box to, and so she's got her TV on the wall now. So, but yeah, we still got some ice and snow laying around here, and you know what they say when it lays around, more's on the way, is what the old saying is. Yeah, I don't want no more. We have I think a 44% chance. Alexa, what's tomorrow's weather?
Tomorrow will be cold with thickening clouds, reaching a high of 33 degrees and dropping to 19 degrees. There's a small chance of snow in the evening, about 65%.
Oh. We have a 65% chance of...
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
I didn't ask you! See, I don't like the new update on her. The new update, if you don't wait for her light to go off and you continue talking, she thinks you're talking to her and she will try to carry on a conversation with you. We have a 65% chance of snow tomorrow. Okay. I hope that's wrong. I hope that 65% chance of snow tomorrow is wrong. I'm hoping they got that all wrong. I don't want no more. I'm ready for summer. I know they were talking wind chill, possibly in the negatives again. See, Snuggie, see, me and Joanna only live about an hour from each other. So her weather's my weather, my weather's her weather. Yeah, because she lives in Delaware, Mom. Joanna, she's not far from us. So our weather's her weather and her weather's our weather.
So what's the weather going to be?
Possibly 65% chance of snow tomorrow night.
Yeah, surprise.
I mean, temps are supposed to be...
Here for snow,
it's supposed to be in the 30s during the day, and then down to, like, I think she said 19.
You got to admit, at least this year we did see some snow. More than what we saw last year.
They just want to come play with Fiona and George. Wanted a play date with Fiona and George. Joanna, I cut my hair like 5 months ago. Yeah, my hair's been cut for a while. It's starting to actually grow back. It was a little shorter than this, so it's actually starting to grow back. I gotta dye it again. Those Ring doorbell cameras are very intelligent nowadays. A friend of mine's actually she's got a bird feeder camera, and it tells her every single species of bird that lands on that bird feeder. And even when she had a squirrel jump across it, it told her there was a squirrel. Yeah, when I had to cut it every so often because of my migraines. So yeah, Mom cut it for me. So cut my hair. Yeah, so I go short with it like in the hotter months and everything. So really don't have to worry about as much in the winter with my migraines as I do in the summer. I don't know where all these wood bugs came from, but they better go away. Yeah, the AI, I mean, yeah. But, people don't realize programs have to upgrade, update to, and everything. And there's the people that talk about how bad AI is. Yeah, if it's used in a way it's not supposed to be, AI can be bad. But if you use AI properly, I don't see a problem with it. I used AI to create my channel logo. That sucker took me 6 months to design. Oh, me and the AI went a couple rounds. That AI learned what a Maryland redneck is. I cussed that thing out. But it was 6 months of me putting in, I want the background this way, and then I work, next month I was working on, the next thing I wanted, and so on and so on until I got what I have. Those were supposed to be chipmunks, okay? They were supposed to be chipmunks, but they kept coming out looking more like funky squirrels. So I just stuck with the funky squirrels. So, yeah, they were supposed to be my little chipmunks. No, I don't know about, I use Microsoft Copilot as my, when I need to make a overlay or something like that, using that AI. But as for the device over here that shall remain nameless right now, I could cuss at her all day long and she will not cuss back. I cannot get her to argue with me. I cannot get her to cuss at me. I have tried. I tried. I have so tried. Okay, camera, you can. There you go. I have so tried to get her to do it. She won't. She won't even argue with me. But then I like the new voice. But it freaked me out. I woke up when I first heard it. I woke up and heard it. I didn't even know it had done an update. Because they got that new version out. The one who shall remain nameless plus, I believe is what it's called. So her voice got changed, and I'm liking her voice. It's more soothing, and it doesn't sound like you're in like a real strict private school type voice, teacher's voice, so so I'm liking that. But no, if I ask her to, I say something and want her to say a cuss word. Now I think I could get her to spell them. I think I've had her spell a couple before. But she'll just go da. She won't even acknowledge it, or she'll say, "I can't help you with that right now." Or I don't understand, something like that. I'm like, really? But like Mom said, a device like that is only as smart as the person who programmed it. That she's only as smart as the person who programmed her. The thing that shall remain nameless right now. Yeah, I mean, I like the voice, but it's like you ask some things and it's like you can't get the answer you want, or she doesn't give you the right answer, and I'm like, really? I'm like, it's simple yes or no answer. And I'm like, she can't tell me. It is what it is. I mean, I like her because when I'm sitting here diamond painting sometimes, I'll actually get her to play Bay Country 97.7 from TuneIn. The local one of our local radio stations here. Oh yeah, I actually have a smart plug. If I wanted to use it for, I used to use it when I had my actual softbox light. Um, I used to use it to get her to turn it on and off. But I mostly use it if I need to want to know the weather. I listen to, like I say, Bay Country 97.9 from TuneIn. That's my favorite radio station here. It's actually a local radio station, and one of the DJs, Adam Riggin, that's usually on there. I actually know him in person. Me and him went to school together. So but yeah, it's one of those. Find the color I needed at first. But yeah, so let's see. Like I said, I'm not sure what I'll work on next week's lives. I have options. I've got 3 whips right now. This is Alice in Wonderland by Dean McAdam from DAC. I'm working Chuck Penson's The Golden Valley from DAC, and I'm working Woodsy Witch from Diamond Art Emporium, but it was when Kristen Block was with Diamond Art Emporium. She's no longer with Diamond Art Emporium. But I'm loving that little canvas. It's so cute. So we're just finishing up these last few colors, and then that's probably where I'll jet out for today, because I don't know about you, Joanna, but this cold weather is making me sleepy. This is Alice in Wonderland from Dean McAdam on DAC. So, come on, camera, pick it up. So, this is the canvas, the original art. I'm up here way up here in this tiny corner, way up here. This is 106 by 70, 67 colors. There are 2 fairy dust and 3 ABs. So, and this is a square. Then I got my little crashly froggy here. My cover minders. This has got the perforated paper on it. So yeah, I slept to pretty much the last minute today before I knew I needed to get up and set up for the live. Yeah, but it's just, I don't know, it's just this cold weather here, and you know how our Eastern Shore weather is anyway. So what's it, Wednesday of next week? We're supposed to be up to about 50, Joanna. So I know Tuesday next week, I think we're supposed to be in the 40s, and then we're supposed to be in the 50s Wednesday of next week. So, but our lows are still really cold and icky. So But you know how it is if we get that Bay effect crap. So I hate when we get the Bay effect crap. I'm kind of hoping we get more rain than we do snow. But then the problem is if we get the rain, you know, we could get the freezing rain and the sleet, the ice, you know. I don't know which is worse, the snow or the ice, or both. I know Bling It Up, Rochelle, she was in Rhonda's live, Dippin' Times live last night. And, you know, Rochelle's up there in Pennsylvania. She was sitting at -8 degrees last night. I'm like, yeah, Rochelle, keep it up there. Keep that cold up there. You know, we don't want no more of the cold Canadian air. And it also depends on how this storm is coming too, Joanna. I'm not sure if it's coming out of the north or if it's coming out of the south. Or if it's coming across the United States. So that'll also play a factor. Oh, like, you know how you get like lake effect snow? You know, how the Great Lakes have the lake effect snow, Joanna? Yeah, we actually get that with the Bay here. You know, I know down this far we do. We get actual it's almost like lake effect snow. We get what's called Bay effect snow. Where you know it just comes off, the moisture comes off of the Chesapeake Bay and, you know, fuels it. Yeah, I'm not sure which way the storm's coming from, but that can play havoc on what we get too. Especially when it comes out of the north. A lot of times when it comes out of the north is when we really get slammed. So. Okay, now I gotta find the each. Okay. Yeah, so we get some crazy weather here. So now, see, I know you get a lot of stuff that comes off the ocean too up your way. See, I'm closer to the bay than I am the ocean. Yeah, what do we got? Like, I think, Alexa, how many days till spring?
Spring is in 43 days.
43 days. Yeah. And oh my God, the people that believe Punxsutawney Phil that we've got 6 more weeks of winter. People, it's 6 more weeks either way. I'm not watching it. Neither one of my teams are there. I am a huge Ravens fan. My Ravens aren't there. So I don't, yeah, I'm not even watching it. So won't be no Super Bowl party in this house. Now if my Ravens had went, yeah, then there would have been. So I don't like either one of the teams that are playing. So But I really don't watch sports as much as I used to anymore. I used to be hardcore into sports, but I don't really watch them anymore. Yeah, I know. I want to call. There's so I really want to call mine "Hey bitch," but she won't answer to that. I tried. Oh, I need a nap. I know a lot of people do change her name when they get her. I just didn't feel like going through the hassle, really. Uh, I mean, there are times sometimes I barely use her anyway. Um, so there are times where she sits and I don't even talk to her. Looks like I got about 3 colors left to do in this section. And one of those is an AB. Or 2 of those are an AB, actually. So I need that slash. Oh, there. Belly. Oh, give them belly rubs for me, Joanna. I'll catch you later. Yeah, as soon as I finish these last few drills, I'm jumping off myself. Oh. Yeah, you take care. Stay warm. Stay safe, Joanna. All right, so I need the. So we're down to the last 2 colors, which are ABs. So I need the lily pad. I love my Tracy's DP lily pads. So we'll finish these off. And then I will jump out of here for today. Oh wow. Sis, if you're still here, sis, you were right. I've gone almost 3 hours. Oh my gosh. I mean, if you don't have a lily pad, you can actually do the same thing with a kitchen sponge. Or a piece of paper towel. But I actually have the I bought they're compressed. But these are kitchen sponges that you can get on Amazon, and they're compressed. So when you add the water, they you know, and I just cut a couple of them in circles and replaced the ones in my lily pads. I need to find one of the hole punches that punches the circles that size. So I can do them that way. Talk about a hole punch. Oh, find one of the ones that does the big circles. No. I have a small hole punch, but this one actually makes but yeah, so putting the last few colors in now. I got one more drill after this one, but that's a different color. So we made it through almost 3 hours with all the technical difficulties, and you know, so that is good. There we go. So I'll show you the section we finished. So that is what we got done on the Alice in Wonderland by D. McAdam. So I'll probably be off this way this week sometime. So next time you see me, I'll probably be over this, or more over on the canvas. But you too, sissies, you know, and I know y'all been getting some cold weather out there, so, you know, stay warm and safe, sis. Because some of the homesteading channels I watch are out near Texas and Oklahoma, places like that. So yeah, so that's about the size of paper I did this time. So if Zoe did not just nudge my book off my desk, off my bed, little skinky skink. She's mad because I'm at the desk and she can't get here. So, all right. So that is it for today, guys. I hope everybody enjoyed. Thank you for popping by. I will be live again Tuesday and Thursday next week, as long as everything works and I'm feeling okay. And I plan to get some videos dropped this week, and don't 100% hold me to that. And as of right now, the late night live, I'm shooting for February 15th for that one. More info to come on that. Till then, hugs, hearts, love everybody. Catch y'all later. Bye, y'all.